Jason Momoa has put a 93 kilowatt hour battery pack into his Rolls-Royce, a 100-year-old Rolls-Royce. In addition to that, it has an electric motor with 201 horsepower. It's 150 kilowatt. Doesn't sound like a lot of power, but that's actually 4 times more power than the massive engine that was in it previously. A reduction gear converts the 229 pound-feet or 310 newton meters of torque to 737 pound-feet, which is 1,000 newton meters of torque at the prop shaft, which is obviously way more than this vehicle ever had before. In fact, it's approximately 5 to 10 times more powerful in terms of its actual torque than what it was when it was first made. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of Jason Momoa, but hey guys, what he's done to his Rolls-Royce. I mean, this is a vehicle that's 100 years old, and he's turned it into an electric car. It's actually an amazingly cool resto mod, and it's going viral right now. Hello, my friends. Great to see you. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. I've made a few videos over the past couple of years on people getting old cars. Old cars which, to be honest, suck. Old cars, if you've ever owned an old Porsche, honestly an old anything, they are terrible to drive. Suspension is shocking. The propulsion is terrible. I mean, yeah, cars have come a long way over the past 100 years. And when you get in an old car, you really learn that. You really go, whoa, this thing is a dog. But Momoa has gone and turned a Rolls-Royce into something that I think would be really, really nice to drive. A company that specializes in converting classic cars into electric vehicles has completed a project for Hollywood star Jason Momoa. Electrogenic, who are based in Kidlington in the UK, so in England, has transformed the actor's Rolls-Royce Phantom 2 into a fully electric car. The Phantom 2 originally had an enormous engine, 7.7 litre straight six engine. I mean, most cars these days have something like a 2 litre turbo 4-cylinder. So to give you some context, 2 litres versus 7.7 litres, massive engine. Not very powerful though. However, now it has a completely quiet electric powertrain. Jason Momoa said Electrogenic was the perfect fit to carry out this project. The Aquaman star, featured in Game of Thrones, and obviously he's done a bunch of other movies as well, said, in order to pull off this dream project, I had to find the right partner. I needed a team that would appreciate the storied history of the car while updating the technology. And there's actually quite a lot of companies now that have popped up that you can do this with, that you can transform your car into a new modern EV. Interestingly, insanely, in Europe, Stellantis have been converting old diesel vans into electric vehicles for incredible prices. I'm talking $10,000 to $20,000. It's becoming cheaper and cheaper to do this, and therefore more common. Momoa praised Electrogenic for honoring vintage cars by making them electric without losing any of the vehicle's character. Now, to be honest, I think that's completely false. Of course, some of the character would be different and maybe lost. You lose something, you gain something else. The truth is, part of the vehicle's character would have been the fact that it had an enormous 7.7 litre antiquated engine, would have had a very unique sound, a very unique driving experience. The vehicle's completely different now. I mean, it's much better, but it's definitely a completely different character to the car, for sure. The car's original petrol engine or gasoline engine and gearbox have been removed and replaced by batteries, which have been precision integrated into the existing structure of the car. Steve Drummond, the director of Electrogenic, said the car had been a labour of love for everyone at the company. But he didn't say a lot about the specifications, range, power, etc. Unfortunately, we don't know that information. However, they said the vehicle had been a lot of fun and that it took 18 months. Now, you can get your car turned into an EV within a few weeks. Some car companies turn it around really fast. Clearly, the company have done some extra work to this vehicle. They must have done something like maybe worked on the suspension, worked on various parts of the car, because it doesn't normally take 18 months to do a conversion. It's actually usually a fairly fast process. It's not going to take a week, but it's going to take a relatively short period of time. But it does depend on how you do it, because some resto mods, people come in and they'll just bolt a battery pack underneath the car, and you can actually see it if you look under the car. You can see like the silver housing. And some cars, they do that, like the Toyota Hilux. There's other vehicles that are used for mines, and they convert them. They just remove the engine and slap a battery underneath, put some electric motors in, and they can literally do it within about 2 days. But I believe what's happened here is that they've done a proper conversion. They probably engineered the battery pack into the subframe, into the chassis, and really made it something that is seamless. You can't see the battery pack. You wouldn't even know that this is powered by electricity without being told, or without seeing it drive past and thinking that sounds strangely quiet. As well as being converted to an electric vehicle, the Rolls-Royce now features a multi-speaker hi-fi system with full Bluetooth connectivity. It's got like a digital touchscreen inside. And Mr. Drummond said the company was immensely proud of the finished car, saying it was a landmark project. The conversion of the car will feature in Jason Momoa's new Discovery series, where he'll talk more about the specifications, features, what the range is, all that kind of stuff. I made a video at Fully Charged Live last year, which is called Everything Electric this year. But anyway, I made a video last year, and it was of an old Range Rover. I believe it was a 1974 Range Rover. And some girls, together with their teacher, their school teacher, had transformed this Range Rover, which, to be honest, was a bucket of junk. I mean, absolute junk. They had transformed it using a Tesla Model 3 battery and motor into an absolute work of art. I think it was one of my favorite vehicles I've ever seen in my life. I'm not personally a big fan of Rolls-Royce vehicles, period. I just think they're ostentatious and gaudy and not my thing. But, I mean, each to their own, right? But this Range Rover, I absolutely loved it. So check out that video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.